Right, so we've started. So it's day one of demolition on our own project. So the boys have been on site today. We've marked out a few areas for the detailed demolition, and they've come through and they've been stripping all the plasterboard and some of the brickwork. But I really wanted to show you what termites do behind the scenes. So termites are incredible little critters. And what they do is they do all their damage in behind your walls without you even knowing that they're there, and they're ruining your home and creating lots of structural damage. So this is an outside wall of our house. It's a brick cavity wall. We got a concrete tiled roof. So there's a lot of weight sitting at the top. And what generally happens, and it's exactly what's happened here, the bottom plate is completely gone. The entire length of this wall, the bottom plate is gone. And from what we can see, it's like generally that happens because of moisture. So there was an old air conditioning unit here, which looks like it has been leaking at some stage. It doesn't work any longer. And from my experience, it looks like that's where it started. And so the bottom plate would have got filled with moisture, and moisture is what attracts termites generally. So the termites have come in, they've completely eaten the bottom plate out, which you'll get to see. And because of the weight of the concrete tiles, this wall has completely sunk. So it's basically got a big bow in it, and it's come down 35 millimeters, which is the thickness of the bottom plate. But what I wanted to show you here, this is what they do. So they've come in, and then all over the place, they create these tracks. So they basically, from the moisture and what they're eating, they create like this muddy type thing, and they build all these little tracks and they travel inside them. But they do that on the sides of timber, but then when they get into timber, they do this. So this stud here, if I just push this in, is completely gone. So they eat that out, and this wall was completely plastered, and you could not even tell that damage was in behind the plasterboard. So that is why it's so incredibly important to maintain the outside of your house, not build garden beds up against your house, not store timber, anything at all that can create a shaded area where a termite can make a track or build a nest up in and get into your house and then start doing this sort of damage, because they'll just keep eating. And we've seen projects where we pull the wall sheeting off like this, and basically in between these cavities, in between the studs, is completely 100% chock-a-block of mud and all termites. And it becomes so solid that becomes the structure of the house. Look guys, really, really important to get your annual inspections to make sure you keep these little critters out of your house.